Hello, world. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Are you ready to raise our hands in supplication to the power gods?
I thought we were
to,
just building a factory, but okay.
well,
Things
I
took a
mean,
turn.
as I have mentioned many times before, this is a game, yes, about building factories and subjugating the wildlife of a planet, but it is also a game about breaking our backs, raising Moloch to heaven. And I, for one, welcome our AI overlords.
Give me a sec. I'm still like pinning the start of stream thing, so my speech centers are not fully locked in yet.
That's fair, but it just sort of seemed right there where you were like, okay, what the hell is Sophie talking about? And how do I just move this in a more productive direction?
Well, the irony here is that moving in a more productive direction is how we got in this mess in the first place.
Yeah, but I feel like the need for this was kind of a long time coming anyway. Like I built that initial fuel factory and like we knew at the time it was only going to last for a while. So this is just my
Well,
chickens coming home to roost.
well, speaking of roosting, um I mean, I did kind of build all those drone ports, which use 100 megawatts each, even when they're not being used, and that's kind of a lot.
Hmm. Oh no, you did an objectively useful thing.
Well, yes, but it is also a very power-hungry way of moving stuff around.
Sure, but yeah, I've uh I've seen worse things. Um
Oh boy. Speaking of worse things, look at this.
Whew. That's wow, that's a lot of generators. Okay, so okay, we have rocket fuel going in. Let me just check all these pipelines to make sure we're not getting anything
I'm gonna
bad.
start throwing power shards into this.
Yeah.
I,
Ah, yes.
ooh, I can
Okay.
paste it and it'll even drag the shards in for me. Oh, I love this. I love this.
Oh. Oh, that's awesome. Okay,
Yes,
that's cool.
that is the best.
I love that. Okay. Um Okay, yeah, um, I need to get the turbo fuel stuff set up because I need to handle all of the uh, compacted coal coming off of the line here.
I'm just gonna hand you the camera for a while because no one needs to look at this window over and over.
Okay, so I think that once we've got this set up, let me just check my satisfactory layouts. That's what, let's see. Rocket fuel plant. Okay, so I need 5 of these guys. Okay. And yeah, okay.
So many power shards.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Just
Okay.
ridiculous amounts.
I told you. I told you it was gonna be like that.
Well, it is nice at least that for fuel plants, it's a straight scale. You don't get the diminishing returns like you do with actual, like, other kinds of machines.
Yeah, that's true. I always appreciated that. Although, you do still have to deal with, on other machines, you have to deal with, like, the exponentially increasing power requirements. So, I don't know, it's a fascinating, like, hey, this isn't gonna be, like, super easy for you. Uh, get wrecked, nerd? Question mark? Yeah.
Well, it's kind of nice actually that there's a clear trade-off between throwing power shards into what you have versus like building more items. Like the fact that
Yeah,
that's a meaningful trade-off makes the game more interesting.
I agree. I think, uh oh,
Okay, and this is the
yeah,
part I'm
yeah.
still working on, but I'll go ahead and throw these in anyway. Right, these aren't hooked up yet. I'll actually work on
Yeah,
other aspects of this.
cool. Yeah, I should have those coming online soon. Just need to get these binaries set up in a halfway decent way.
Oh, daytime. That's nice.
And
Slightly less dystopian.
only slightly.
Well, at least it's not dark.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Fuel generator.
Okay, so we've got
How much?
that. That's gonna be the heavy oil residue. Of course, I'll go through and label these probably. I guess. All inputs.
Oh, something's gotten misaligned. There you are.
Turbo heavy fuel.
That in. Ooh. Having trouble keeping up with enough rubber. All right.
Oh, for the
For making all these, yeah, it's not filling up hammer
yeah.
space as fast as I'm building.
Ah.
It's not like we usually need such high volumes of rubber
That's
for
true.
motors.
Or literally anything.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. That's why I wanted to build those first so that I could wait till I ran out, and now I can spend time putting power shards into things, and then when I'm done with that, I can build more.
Yeah. Come on.
One more. There you go.
One floor one. I'm really looking forward to the ability to daisy chain machines together. That will be so nice.
That will be nice. I presume we'll have something else that we're building after that time.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I need... Yeah, I want to build one of those platforms out here. Interesting that this clearly isn't a square.
Oop. Alright, let's see what's going on here.
One and two and three and four. One and two and three and four, and no doubt messing up your train of thought for whatever you're doing.
Nah, you're fine.
Okay, this goes here. As much as daisy chaining would be nice, I am kind of liking how this power line setup is looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of having a relatively tidy line of power poles with 4 connected on each side and then the remaining capacity going up and down. Okay, and that is 2, and that goes right in the corner. Perfect. Okay, looks lovely. Now a line of pipes. Oh, you're kidding. I thought there was something different about that. Okay. Make sure that looks right first. Okay. Thought there was something off about how I was doing that.
Got this. logistics floor is a mess. Oh,
Oh, the basement?
fine. Yeah, it's fine. I explicitly said that I just don't care about it, and I need to just get it done down here, but oh, does it
Isn't,
hurt?
isn't that the point of making a basement, is it doesn't have to look nice from the outside?
That is very true, and you know, if I was like smarter, then yes, I would be able to internalize that notion. But my brain keeps going, "Oh, you're being so lazy. Like, what's going on here?"
I mean,
Uh,
you've seen the stuff I build when I'm left to my own devices.
yeah, but like
Aesthetics? What's
you're
that?
doing that you're doing that intentionally at the very least, you know? Like
Mm,
I like part of my whole shtick, right, is that I care very deeply about aesthetics like that.
hmm.
Uh, what is wait, what? Hold up. I'm confused. The
Oh
heck?
no's confusion.
The, wait. Oh, right, because there's one more. There's three instead of there's three instead of the two like I thought. Okay, that's fine. Da, da, da. Yeah. So we're gonna
It'll be really impressive once all of these are running.
do. Yeah. I think it will.
Okay, let's see. That's that. Right, and you're using the two parallel pipes. Okay. Yes, I put that there.
Oh, that's not gonna do. All right. Oh, um,
3, 4, 5, 6, 72. So. Getting closer to the home stretch on this section.
excellent. So that's the output of all of those. Two there. Yes, that's okay. So that's all that. Now, let's look at this. That's
Okay, this would make 84.
refineries should be making turbo fuel. And Vanya, indeed they are.
Missing rubber again. Oh no.
Ah!
Let's see. Okay, got those. And let's put in these pipeline junctions. Yeah, I've never really done anything with rocket fuel in my playthroughs. I never scaled up that far.
Well, we're just special, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word for it. Oh, yes, that's right. I need a both.
This needs to go here.
Okay.
Okay, throw a bunch more of these in. Back and forth. It's like weaving.
Ha. All right, rocket fuel is flowing in your direction.
Oh, really? All right. So as not to lose my train of thought, finish this up. Aha! Yes, they're firing up. Necessarily consistently.
Yeah.
At least at first.
Yeah.
Look at that graph.
Oh wow. Ah, those are some fluctuations.
Yes, a market increase and also lots of fluctuations.
Yeah.
It may settle out over time, but
Well,
let
what
me
I
finish
think
hooking
is,
these up.
yeah, what I think we need to make sure is that all of the generators can buffer, right? Yeah, like these guys. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I'm gonna put all these generators on standby
Okay.
because what we need to do nightmare is you need to let the pipes fill up
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yeah.
Because remember how fluid dynamics works. It's basically just sloshing around in there, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not really able to power them uh, as effectively. Oof. Okay. So yeah, so let's
Ooh, okay. Oh, you know what? I think Swatch 16 would look good for rocket fuel. Kind of a reddish brown.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I like that. Okay,
Okay, I'll start on that.
cool. Yeah,
I'm just not a huge fan of pink, to be perfectly honest.
that's fair. That's totally fair. Okay, it is. Okay, so it's just slowly filling up the buffers in these guys. Yeah, that's distinct from the it's pretty distinct from the red that I use for turbo fuel, so no, I like that.
Okay, that's good.
Curious. once they do, that should be enough. Alright.
Something sounds like it's firing up more.
Yep. Very slowly it should start. I think it should start to correct itself. Especially because I don't think that all of these generators, I don't think they're all fully set up. No.
They should be overclocked at this point. If you
Okay.
find any that aren't, then that's a mistake.
Okay. Wow. Look at that. Amazing. We'll put a bunch of valves here to help with controlling flow direction.
Okay, and if you find any that aren't painted, then that's a mistake too.
Okay. Just the scale of this is wild.
These at the end aren't getting any yet, but maybe they will soon.
Okay, I've got an idea. Let's go to the,
Oh, there's nothing coming into this last, well, no, there's...
yeah, because what I think is happening is they're all consuming basically at line rate.
Okay.
So there's just no, it's not buffering, basically. So what I'm doing on each of these rows is turning off like the first few here.
Okay.
That should give it enough time. Yeah, like on this first row, even the back ones have 50 buffered. Oh, this one back here isn't, this one back here isn't overclocked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go
Actually,
ahead
let's see
and...
what-
Let me throw some of my shards back to hammer space so even
Oh,
if you
okay, yeah.
have them- yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and throw them in. 'Cause if I missed one, then I genuinely missed it.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Why won't it let me insert the power shards?
I don't know. Are you able to drag it in?
No. Let me try. pink one.
Oh. On my screen, it shows overcharged or overclocked.
Huh. That's weird.
I don't know. Let's leave it painted differently for now, so we know to check on it later.
Yeah.
Wait, let me try removing them, and then I'll put it back. In fact, I'll drag them in manually. Add that over. How's it look now?
Ah, yeah, there we go.
Well, I'm mystified.
Yeah. Hmm.
And let's see, this red tank of turbo fuel is what you need going into 20 fuel generators?
That's correct.
Okay. Why is it that saying 20 fuel generators at that moment kind of sounded a little like in Freedom Planet where it tells you defeat 99 ninjas? Also, hello, Hell Frozenova. How's the grid? Well, it's a grid. It's pretty impressive. It's very loud, in fact. I don't feel like flying into there right now because it's loud.
Oh, it's so loud. Okay.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
We have just built 87 fuel generators, fully overclocked for all of this rocket fuel that is being made over here.
Yeah.
And now I am going to put in some more generators so that we can use other kinds of fuel for a little more power, which is
Yep.
all very impressive.
We're using every part of the buffalo on this one.
Now imagine your grid that you added for your turbo fuel factory with 427 generators. See, this all took basically most of last stream to set up, though some of it was me running back and forth, running all those conveyors over there in that lovely stacked belt.
Yeah, actually. It is quite nice.
I think it turned out
It's
well.
kind of fascinating because I don't normally super go for the stacked belt thing, but I gotta say Vanya kind of did a great job there.
It worked out pretty well. It's nice in that, like, it's a case in which, like, I know that these 4 things are going to this one place, and I don't foresee, like, adding to it forever and ever.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. Let's see. I'm trying to line these up nicely here. I'm not sure if I want to put some of them over there, but maybe I do. We'll see. I'm not putting in quite so many here. Okay, that's lined up there. Will this fit another here? Because if it'll only fit the one, then maybe I don't want to bother. But if it'll fit both...
Give these all time to buffer.
Okay, it's basically a half square. Just that this is a single setup. No, actually that That looks fine. Yeah, we can spread things out just a little more. Oh, I should give you a closer look at this stacked belt.
Oh yeah, it's quite nice. I'm gonna try something here.
Pipes and belt. Didn't bother to paint the belts because they've already got stuff on them showing what's on there. But we got the sulfur, we got the coal, we got the nitrogen gas, we got the crude oil, all stacked up, and everything just kind of peels off in different places all the way down. Oh, I'm gonna run into that landmass. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh.
I'll try something here. I think I might be able to help with flow rate.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's all right. What scheme have you got over there?
Well, so I'm trying to find a way to help with the whole, oh, the ones at the end aren't uh powered as effectively. So what I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing is I'm essentially making kind of a second pipe that goes along the back and that
Oh,
feeds
okay.
into there.
Okay. I might be able to fit only 5, but whoop, it's okay. Three. Watching for a while. It's gotten very quiet on my end. I think all the noise of all those fuel generators is what causes my music to turn off. Might be able to fit this. It's over here. Actually, you know what? It'll look better if I make a second row. A little more balanced with the rest of what's going on. Balanced, yet still tight. Balanced and tight.
The classic question.
This is true. Oh, already 50%. That one's not aligned. All right. I see how it is.
Mhm.
Nope, it needs to look better than that. Needs to make sense.
Ha. What is this mythical making sense we speak of?
Okay, that's 10, and then I just need to build the other 10. You know, just.
Yeah. You seem to have a pretty good, repeatable system.
I think so. I mean, it's just rows. Ah, there's a big hatcher over there. Maybe I'll have to get rid of it. And just so everyone remembers, you were enthusiastic about nuclear power at some point.
Yes. Yes. I still am. The the only reason that I am not, like, currently pursuing it is because it would take so much longer to get up and running, and we
Mm,
needed this power now. Like, I couldn't take several streams just to, like, work out the mathematics of it.
definitely. Mathematics and where do we dump the waste
Yeah.
and all the usual problems.
Yeah, I think once we get Fixonium, then maybe I might be kinda interested in it, because then I can, you know, make a zero waste pipeline.
Yeah,
Uh,
you have the luxury
that's
of not having to dump everything.
Yeah, and that's appealing. Like, I like that, but, until then, it's a middling value proposition at best.
It's kind of like grinding the whole game to get the most amazing sword, and then there's nothing left to kill anything.
Yeah, it's a metaphor for life, I guess.
So, turbo fuel plants. Add up these things.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
I think that's all we needed. Start painting things.
Where are you all
I
off
don't know if you want to
now?
put any valves on these pipes or anything, but you are free to do so if you wish.
Cool. Neat. Debugging these things.
So there definitely is a patchwork of on and off generators out there, but the
Yes.
amount we're generating is so high that like we're not really
Yeah, it's
fluctuating very much in
yeah.
comparison to the whole volume.
Mhm. Yeah, I would just love to know why it's like that.
It's nice Celia down there. Okay, well, um,
Yeah,
I think I'm kind of done here.
yeah, I think you've fulfilled your task admirably, and all that's left for me to do is just figure out these weird-ass pipeline issues. But with that is the thing I can do without you.
Okay, well, in that case, I think I will head back to New Silicon Valley and check on those automated control units.
Cool.
Because I know you were wondering about those.
Yeah.
Just head back once I can.
I dig that we're at the power generation level where it's like, yeah, it's fluctuating by a few gigawatts. Who cares, right?
Oh, traveling at night. That's a wonderful idea. Just
Yeah.
wonderful. Gives everyone another look at my belt here. We passed the oil place, and now the solid stuff is up to the left, and the nitrogen gas is off to the right. Oh, that's something I don't want to deal with. You two can just fall into the void. Or not. Oh, I think a hog is fighting them, because a boulder just went by and it wasn't aimed at me.
It's endlessly amusing to me that monsters can infight.
Specifically, it's the hogs and the spitters versus stingers. They hate each other even more than they hate the player, apparently. Hello, yellow slug. You're coming with me.
Let's see.
Okay. Oh, this place. Okay, yeah, I remember this place. A disused conveyor belt. Oh, look how slow it is. It's a Mark 1.
Oh,
Still useful for running on, though. Coming back to civilization. How are things over there?
I think I have an idea of what's going on.
Ah,
I think I can use flow limits on valves to help with it. I'm just testing this theory here.
that sounds good.
Yeah. Uh, yeah.
I'm just gonna swing by the butcher shop briefly.
Okay. Looks like it's at least fluctuating at a higher level. That's good.
Nice. Oh, I'm stealing quick wire for a minute because it's got to go into here.
Hmm.
Okay, now I can head over to New Silicon Valley and see how things are going over there. This way.
Wow, it just jumped up like 10 gigawatts there. Yeah, there's still some machines that are not quite filling up, but it's good enough for now. Like,
It really is.
yeah, like you said, we have a ton of buffer space. So, okay. I am going to at least slightly gussy this place up.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
At least
Okay,
like
so
walls here for the logistics floor.
yeah. Okay. Look
How's
around at
that?
what I'm doing here.
Oh, for the assembly director systems.
Yes.
I'm curious, how many of those are you making at New Silicon Valley?
So the machine here will make 0.75 per minute. However, it's not getting enough adaptive control units for it right now, so I need to see what's going on there.
Okay.
It's got enough supercomputers for the moment. Let's see, and right, supercomputers will be coming from there, and adaptive control units looks like are downstairs. I'm gonna have to start putting labels on these buildings. Okay, I'm not bringing in enough automated wiring to make adaptive control units as fast as I might. So, if you have a plan for making this stuff at high volume, then you could do it over there, or we could ship parts over here and make them here. Because, like, if you happen to make automated wiring over there, then we could ship that into the same drone port that's bringing them from the grasslands.
Um, let's see. Automated wiring, that's...
Because I've got some more factory floor space to just plunk down more machines.
Okay. Yeah, let me see.
Automated wiring. Yeah, we're just not making enough of that. And I could go back and see, like, you know, how much of that I'm actually making. Because that's probably not as optimal as it could be, because we set that up ages ago.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, let me... Yeah, so, the original context behind thinking about doing the assembly director systems here was I just have all of this polymer resin that I'm not doing anything with. I'm just sinking it right now. And so I guess my thought was, could I make it into something useful? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
So I clearly need more automated wiring. So I can go back and check on that. Kind of a lot.
Oh, you know what would really help would be if I put power to the awesome sink.
That would help.
Yeah, it would. It would have been fascinating to just see, like, this massive plant that we set up here just, like, turn off randomly because
no.
got out of room. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love refineries. I love blenders. I love all that. That's great.
As soon as I'm done working on all this, I do want to start thinking about making heat sinks and cooling systems. And or used modular frames. Maybe that would be either one of those would be good thing to do next, and they both fit into other stuff that I've got in my areas. So
Yeah, I mean, My process so far has kind of been, okay, what's a project part? And then let me work backwards from that, essentially.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna need all of these things.
Yeah. I wonder what does electromag generator or magnetic field generator go into?
Okay, auto wiring export is over there. All the way over in this old section. Alright, what's your deal? More cable. You need wire. This is one of those times when I find myself thinking, I set this up this way, why exactly? Why am I saving all these stators? What are these going into? Why are... Oh, this is putting motors into hammer space. Okay, well that's a noble cause, but it doesn't need to be our primary cause at the moment. Look at this slow belt. I'm sure we can do better than that. So slow. That's a splitter. You're coming from up there, and you're coming from over here, and... Wow, this must be from early on, because everything is on a Mark 1 belt. And... Okay. Let us dispense with the pleasantries and put this back on schedule.
Yeah, I feel like you could just entirely rebuild that with all the tools that we have now and, like, more than, I don't know, quadruple it.
A Mark 5 belt may be all we need.
Let's go in
Currently building. Go. That gets split off, which is fine. I don't care if that saturates. Going the right way? Can't tell anymore. There. There we go. Now we're making more automated wiring. We're at least making one whole machine's worth.
Okay. Okay, I think I understand part of the problem. I'm just trying to figure out how it's happening.
Okay. I can set up fused modular frames relatively easily, I think. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've got all the right things in the same place. I've got heavy modular frames already being delivered to New Silicon Valley, as well as aluminum casings, and nitrogen gas is right there.
Oh, nice.
So I guess I'll work on that next, and that will go into the thermal propulsion rockets. Which, how difficult will that be? I mean, we'll need those for the nuclear pastas as well.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll need other things to make the thermal propulsion rockets, but fused modular frames will be good to have, so I'll go ahead and set that up. Actually, maybe I can try riding the drone from the space elevator. That would be fun. I see a drone coming. Unless it's going away? No, it's going away. I just missed it. Oh well. I guess I'll just run. How's your stuff going?
That's what I... Okay, so part of the problem was that, oh, okay, I see what the problem was, okay. So basically what was happening was the, the rocket fuel blenders were not creating rocket fuel fast enough
Oh.
because they weren't getting fuel because I didn't because of the logistics floor. I did not have head lift on the fuel.
Oh.
I naively assumed that because they were going to the same elevation that that would be fine, but it looks like it isn't. So I put pumps uh, down on the logistics floor, and that seems to have helped because this is, you know, basically running at 100%.
Nice.
Not 100%. Better it seems than it was before. So.
Those guys. Need to bounce it. This is not something I've bothered to do previously. Somehow I feel like doing it in this playthrough.
Yeah.
Just bouncing on the confusing creatures. Whatever it's convenient to as I go by. I don't know, there's kind of a little habit that I had when I was playing World of Warcraft. When we first got flying modes, one of the places that I always found myself flying through, because you'd always have to go through there to get to anywhere else, was a place called Zangarmarsh, just full of these giant mushrooms. And I would often, as I was flying along, if there was a mushroom right below me, I would land and run along the top of the mushroom for a while until I got to the edge of it, and then I would take off again. It was just kind of a fun little thing to do. To the extent that I was a little sad when I got a faster mount that had a faster flying speed than running speed, because then it didn't make sense to do that anymore.
Huh.
But it was just this little fun thing that I would do.
That does sound really fun, actually.
Let's see what's dropping off. If anything, it might not actually be dropping off anything. Okay. Which drone are you? Oh, that's the auto wiring one. Well, I'll have to keep an eye on that then. Because we should be making more of those, but maybe it just had one quiet trip left in it. I don't know. You need more adaptive control units. You clearly are bringing things in. Okay, yeah, we are getting automated wiring. Though, I'm only using it I'm using it twice as fast as I'm making it.
Oh.
So, Maybe I should go
Like
put
I
that
said,
summer sloop back in, but
well,
anyway,
you can also, like I said, you can also just like double production there pretty easily. Like you've
that's
got the
also an
resource.
option. There's none of that stuff is especially critical for its original purpose anymore.
Yeah.
Um, but I would kind of rather get this fused modular frame online just because
Hmm.
our project parts can slowly tick upwards while we're working on doing genuinely new things.
Legit.
That's just how I tend to roll.
No, I think that's fair.
Okay, there's the nitrogen gas. It's over there. All right, it's a little ways away, but that stuff's not too difficult to transport just because we don't have to worry about head lift. It's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I
Oh yeah,
think,
this is out where near where the copper is. That's looking familiar now. You think something?
yeah, I think I can make magnetic field generators here.
Oh, that'd be nice. Because I haven't
And
really thought about that at all.
yeah, and then those uh upgrade pretty well using materials that I have here. Like I could expand that to the next project part in this sequence.
And I know you're going to want a lot of those for nuclear power anyway, so it's just as well to have you be in charge of making those.
Yeah. I mean, I would just create enough here for uh that purpose of making the project parts. Yeah, nuclear energy, like when I do make those, everything will be built on site. Like I cannot the only thing that will be like imported will be uranium from wherever that happens to be. But everything else gets produced on site because I cannot have logistics take that down if, something goes wrong.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, that's certainly something I haven't worked on at all yet, so feel free.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. We just did all this stuff, but now I get to do it again. We require more nitrogen gas.
Huh, that's a funny way to spell Vespine, but sure.
I never actually played StarCraft.
It's good. Yeah, real hot take that StarCraft kind of a good game. Don't know if you knew that, but
I
yeah,
played through the I played through the basic story campaign of Warcraft 3, but that was mostly just because I was in it for the story, because I was playing WoW.
yeah, that's fair. God, I played Warcraft 3 before there was WoW. Like, yeah, it was funny. Like, I never got into that side of RTSs and such. Like, for me, it was always okay, if I'm gonna play an RTS, then I would just play Command and Conquer because I mean, like Red Alert was fine. Again, a hot take zone. Red Alert, kind of a good game. But the true masterpiece was the Tiberium universe stuff. I think Kane, first of all, Kane lives in death. Um, and second, I think Kane is maybe one of the best written villains just ever. Like, he is such a wonderfully charismatic, complex, and enigmatic guy. Like, you never quite know you never quite know where you or humanity stand with Kane, right? There's always this sense of like, oh yeah, of course he's a charismatic cult leader. He's going to use the Brotherhood of Nod to just do whatever inscrutable thing he wants to do, and the foibles of humanity mean very little to him. But there's a few times where it genuinely seems like, oh no, he's this millennia old guy who has basically like grown up with humanity because he might literally be Cain from the Bible. And you get this sense every now and again of like, oh, he like genuinely cares about us. And all of this was like all of the stuff that he's doing is because he knew somehow that Tiberium was going to be seeded onto the planet, and this was his way of preparing us for what challenges were going to come our way. I don't know if that's the truth necessarily, but it's very compelling that you could convincingly make that argument for Kane in a way that I think is difficult with other like cult leader type villains. And the guy who plays in Jokusen is just like he just is so good. He's such like a master of the oh, this guy's crazy and he's probably gonna kill you, but you kind of want to hear what he has to say while he's doing it, you know? And I respect that.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
let's
like I
see.
said, like, oh, why would I, worry about this night elves and orcs stuff when I've got that, you know?
Fair point.
Okay. Okay, so now I gotta figure out what the hell I want to do here. So, I think I'm just gonna leave this alone for the time being. It's close enough. I feel like the the um, the fuel is getting output in the right quantities. It's just something about the fluid dynamics here is just not working the way I want it to, and I'm not sure exactly why.
Hmm.
But that's fine. Um, okay, so with that, I'm gonna start working on
I need to change how this is set up.
I'll go into a Satisfactory calculator and start figuring out, okay, what do we need for doing electromagnetic stuff here.
You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I've been like my acid reflux has really been acting up the last couple
Oh.
days, and I'm not super sure why. Like, I haven't eaten anything particularly spicy, so, you know. Okay, so satisfactory calculator. I want not thermal propulsion rockets. I want magnetic field generators.
That going. Ah, that's going there. Okay, you can run down there. Okay, then I should be able to get rid of this power pole, which is in an awkward place. Excellent.
Okay, so we got the plastic AI limiters. That's good. Yeah. Well, um, yeah, that's perfectly fine.
There we go. Just making another intersection here.
Oh, right. Steel beams. Daters. Is there a... Yeah, there's more coal nearby.
There's what?
There's more coal nearby. I have to make steel for this, so I'm just seeing
Okay.
what options are available to me. I could also so use petroleum coke.
Okay. You know, that needs to be different too.
Okay, so I can make from the resources that from just the plastic residue or the polymer resin that I've got here,
Okay.
plus a few other resources that I'll need to import for that. I should be able to make about 8 uh, magnetic field generators per minute. Let me just like double check.
Okay, that's over there. All right, and that's down there. Let's put... Let's look at this first. Okay, fused modular frames. That's there. Okay. I can maybe put that on the... I can put that on either side, really. Just trying to decide where this goes. I think it would probably be best to send it off towards the nitrogen. Oh, the other option, since both of these things are getting shipped, I can branch them off over here instead of over there. That's also not a bad idea. In fact, I think I kind of like that better.
Yeah?
It's just a matter of exactly where I'm building my, where I'm putting the branches where things split off from their respective conveyor belts and go towards other places to get worked on.
Yeah. Okay.
Clear some of these leaves out so I can see what I'm doing.
Okay. So, if I import a little bit more oil, along with some iron and deuterium, I can make 8.76 magnetic field generators per minute.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. So, I guess let's get started on that. So where do I want to put this? See, my initial idea was to put something like down here, right? Gonna have this dramatic looking thing there, but I'm not so sure about that.
Dramatic is good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think.
because, like, we've got this, like, waterfall,
Yeah.
right? And, like, I can build, like, slightly, down of the waterfall. So, you have kind of this very dramatic view from there, and it kind of gives, more height difference to this setup. Yeah, I think I like that still. Okay. So, I'm gonna bring in oil, iron ore, and deuterium.
Okay. Yeah, this is a bit of a crisscross, but I think it'll do.
Okay, so what? Can Okay, yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
This is New Silicon Valley. The traffic situation was always going to be a lost cause.
Art imitates life, imitates art.
I do think kind of off to the side here would be a good place for this factory. Doesn't need to be in with everything else. Of course, it would help if a creature wasn't in the way.
Yeah.
Shoo.
Oh, so it's fine when you beat up the local wildlife, but when I do it, it's a crime.
I didn't hurt it at all. I just walked up to it and it walked away.
Oh, you hear that, folks? Vanya's aura farming with
What?
the local wildlife of Massage 2 ABB.
What's aura farming?
It's basically the modern way of saying you're being cool at someone.
Oh.
Okay. First things first.
Now, this spitter, on the other hand, is actively hostile.
A likely story.
People watching can see how many fireballs are on my screen.
Yeah. Exciting.
There's the nitrogen. Okay. Stick a pipeline support here. That'll remind me which way I'm going. Honestly, it can be a little bit disorienting setting up all the things around a resource extractor.
Like one of the fracking nodes.
Yeah, just because they're spread all around and... Okay, there it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
this is kind of spread out a little more linearly.
And then I haven't really set those up too often, so I'm not quite sure how the layouts are different, you know?
I can set this up this way. Let's do this differently. Just for the sake of doing it artfully. There we go. Getting it done with a minimum number of branches to nowhere.
You say that, and what I hear is a minimum amount of jank.
I mean, we do usually try to avoid jank around here, more or less. When we take the time to.
Yeah.
We can't always, but
Yeah, you must understand that here at Vanya's realm of adventure, whatever this Discord is called, I forget. We try to maintain a strict anti-jank policy.
I guess that's one reason I'm not. Well, okay, I should be fair to Sonic Frontiers. There is a little of the 3D Sonic jank at times, but it actually does a really good job overall.
Mm. So my last Sonic game was Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
So I'm not 1,000% sure I know what you mean by 3D Sonic game jank.
The entirety of Sonic Adventure 2, cough.
but it was a phenomenal game with no issues whatsoever. Yeah, look, I'm not joking. I've never joked. I've never told a joke in my life, and I would certainly never joke about Sonic the Hedgehog, who I, like Eggman, take very seriously.
Entirely seriously. Okay, so, it's a fascinating experience when you know, like, when you have the knowledge of everything that has come before. Because, the parts of the open world. So when you're in the open world of Sonic Frontiers, there are sections where camera will lock itself into more of a Sonic stage kind of thing and follow you on a scripted path. Like there'll be some rails and platforms and things that form a scripted path from one place to another, basically. And
Mhm.
this serves to give you some platforming and movement challenges in the open world and give you distinct paths from one place to the next. And depending on which island you're on, this can be increasingly important. But anyway, those sections are very much in the post Sonic Unleashed, in the Sonic Unleashed and later tradition, which basically Sonic Unleashed, the specifically the day stages, were the part where Sega finally figured out how to make 3D Sonic work.
Huh. So like, what was the big thing with Sonic Unleashed? Wasn't that the one where he's like a werewolf or something?
Yeah, those are the night stages, but the day stages are very um so you know how one of the big challenges with Sonic's movement in 3D is just the fact that a fast moving character is so hard to control
Yeah, fair.
in in a in a movement in a space where you have full freedom of movement. So what Unleashed does, one of the distinctive things is it does kind of the 2.5D thing, where sometimes it'll swing the camera off to the side and lock it there so that you have basically a 2D section, as though you were playing a 2D Sonic game. I mean,
Mm,
with basically the same movement mechanics as in the total 3D space, but you're in that perspective, and that limits your range of motion, so you can't go careening off into nowhere.
that's cool.
And then in the parts that are 3D, like, what you would expect 3D to look like,
Yeah.
there's more reliance on like sections where you basically have lanes that you switch between, relying on quick steps to go one way or another. Your movement from one obstacle to the next is a little bit more guided, and they're happy to put you on a track for sections where it just wouldn't be interesting if you had the freedom to accidentally slip off a path and go somewhere weird.
Yeah.
They got it to work pretty smoothly, and that was kind of the point where people said, "Okay, this is what works." And they continued that basic style in Sonic Colors, which is a fantastic game. If you haven't played,
No.
and there's a version of it on Steam now, even. So if you haven't played any 3D Sonic since Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Colors is actually a really good one to come back into, I would say.
Ooh.
It's the first one that has Roger Craig Smith as Sonic's voice in English, and he's really good.
Ooh.
Like,
Okay.
prior
Okay.
to the films, I was saying he was, best English Sonic voice, hands down. Then,
Whoa there. Whoa
yeah,
there. I don't I feel like nobody can really compare with the guy who did his voice in the OVA. Who I feel kind
by some metrics, you could make that claim, but for non meme purposes,
of
and
all right, that's fair.
I think it's Ben Schwartz who does his voice in the movies. His movie voice is also really good, but part of that is the writing and just the story, because he's got so much more like emotion that he gets to convey in the movies than he usually does in the games.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Sonic Colors really kind of builds on that formula. And now I've been talking and I need to find where I put my pipe again. But yeah, I'm totally losing track of everything. But that's the tradition that the overworld movement challenges are following in, even to the extent that they use X for the homing attack instead of tapping A again, which, when Unleashed first came out, felt really, really weird, and they didn't keep doing that in other games. But then they brought it back for Frontiers, and at first I was like, oh, this is weird. Why'd they do this again? But then I came to realize that Frontiers is the homing attack isn't just like the homing attack. It's your basic attack that you use to build combos, and when you're using it more like a basic attack in like a, Elden Ring light kind of game, it actually makes a lot more sense to have that on a separate button. And it works. You get used to it because you're using it for more than just you would usually do with a homing attack. So it follows in that tradition. But then the small levels that you go to in the little portals that are scattered around, those are very much following in the Sonic Forces tradition, which are building on Unleashed, but kind of have a distinctive style to them. Like, as someone who knows, I can tell you, oh yeah, this feels more like a Sonic Forces level than an Unleashed level.
What's the like primary, I guess, differentiator?
So with Sonic Forces, they're using the red ring collectibles that were introduced in Colors. The fact that they're just a lot of little short levels and the particular like art assets that they choose to use are very reminiscent of Forces. So it feels very much like those levels.
Okay.
Yeah, the fact that I mean, because Sonic Forces levels tend to be fairly short. It's actually... That's kind of a distinctive thing about that game, but it's... But yeah, it's really cool playing it and seeing, like, being able to see where all the influences have come from.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. Three of these guys.
I should stream some of those games at some point, just to be able to give the commentary.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, right, this is going to need a blender, not a manufacturer, because of the pipe.
Okay. Get out of here.
Of course, the blender is this big old thing. Oh, good, the ports are in the right places. It would have made me so sad if the pipe was coming in on the wrong side to hook up to the other things. And there you go. Fused modular frame. Throw these in there. You'll be getting nitrogen gas in a moment as soon as I can hook you up to power. And then we will have fused modular frames. turn off the thing. How much in the dark did I leave myself here? There we go. So that you can get hooked up over here. There we go. Okay, we have fused modular frames.
Woo!
Now I just gotta get them out of the blender. There they go.
What are those going to be put into?
So we are gonna need those to make nuclear pastas. We're also gonna need them to make the thermal propulsion rockets. Yes, along with some other expensive things. Okay, so the next thing I should work on is heat sinks. That's still running. And of course we'll need 100 of those cubes just to throw into that goal there in the corner, so might as well stack them up for that too. Alright, but let's head back to the coast. Sonic Forces in particular really deserves a Mystery Science Theater 3000 attitude.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
It reads like a self-insert fanfic.
Like, in a good way, or?
In a way that if you were the person writing self-insert fanfics in 6th grade, then there is a joyful indulgence to it all. And if you're able to enjoy that, then you'll enjoy the experience. It is genuinely a lot of fun to see a character that you design animated as beautifully as Sonic, right alongside him. That is genuinely a joyful experience. But it is absolutely a fanfic kind of a story, and you have to be in the mood for that.
That's fair. Yeah, if you can't quite stomach, this is my original OC, do not steal kind of energy, then don't go for it.
Kind of. I mean, it just is what it is. It's fun if you're in the right mood for it. And now I have to actually think, because all clad aluminum sheets are not being made in the correct quantities for what's happening. What's going on here? Those are sheets. No, those are ingots. Those are sheets. But they need more ingots. Of course they need more ingots. Are you just filling up? Yeah, you're just full up with water again. That's cool. I may end up making copper dust out here. I've just got such ridiculous amounts of copper.
Hey, not a bad plan.
Just flush all the buffers. That'll buy us some time. Just I can't intelligently deal with this much copper right now. I'm just gonna throw in another sink and deal with it later. It's silly, but it'll work.
Hey, that's what counts, right?
I should change this to a smart splitter, though, if I'm doing that. So, now that that's drained a little bit.
Oh, hold on, my roommate needs something.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go over here.
Oh. I'm somehow not getting enough petroleum coke.
Have you tried switching to petroleum Pepsi?
Oh, those spitters are back. I guess I didn't build right on top of them enough. You're not getting enough heavy oil residue. Right, because this is backed up. How bizarre. Well, as soon as we're making more batteries again, we'll start burning plastic again. Let's just pull some plastic out. Just to move things along. Hello, Swan. How's it going? I'm troubleshooting some things being backed up over here, and Sophia, you're back at the fuel place, looks like?
Yeah, I'm just obsessed with trying to get the fluid dynamics working here. I'm just trying a few things to see what helps.
That's a good thing. We don't really have a shortage of batteries as such.
Just add this.
But I do need to make sure we're making enough aluminum sheets.
Also, power storage. Okay, yeah, because if we were
we were burning through plastic full tilt, we'd be producing petroleum coke full tilt as well. I'm just looking back and forth at this because there's not a whole lot of use in my setting up heat sink production until this is handled. Okay, I'm finally getting some heavy oil residue, but there's also some of that stuff that should be coming from here, and that's also backed up. Okay. This is kind of an odd spot. So, I think it's time to split this off into a sink as well. Swan, I saw you were streaming earlier. Care to enlighten us about what was on your plate today? Smart splitters, there we go. Center. Just call this any and then left overflow. Paste. Is that Sophia?
Oh, I'm just turning all these generators back on. Yep. I think I found the trick. It's just, it's a little annoying, but it should work. Basically, I think it's a combination of two things that I just did. One is turning all these generators off and letting it fill up, right? So letting them fill up so there's no slosh. The second is about halfway through each row, I severed the connection between the two halves. And then I have this other pipe here that is just for supplying the other half. Because what happens at a certain point is if there are too many pipeline junctions, it stops flowing, or it's very easy to get into degenerate modes where it won't flow as much because you're splitting the flow rate a bunch of different ways. So this kind of helped at least get everything going faster.
Start on heat sinks next time because it's just about midnight actually. Oh yeah, now we're making tons of ingots. That's much better. I'm sure it'll be even better once I have more ways of dealing with all this extra water, but actually we're getting through it. I guess the lack of petroleum coke was actually the issue. Let's make sure we're actually fueling this appropriately. Not quite, but it's improved. Aluminum sheets are coming this way, then use more plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was backed up a bit, but I think it's in a better situation. It's running in mid-game. Actually, split these evenly. And get these running at the same time a little faster.
Weird being out here with all of these things turned off. It's like eerily quiet. eerily quiet. It's so weird.
Okay, yeah. This is... I can make more aluminum sheets, so I want to do that, but things are looking good.
Nice.
That's an interesting place to start.
That's-
Okay, well, I've got at least one train of thought that could use parking, and then we're probably about at the end of the day, I think.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. Yeah.
Straight out, come this way, there, and then merger anymore. Actually, spider. Want is to put my hover pad back on instead of a jetpack.
It's the love hour. He's currently.
What now?
It's the love hour. My kitten is demanding attention, so I've scooped him. I'm holding him baby style and petting him, and he is just purring up his storm.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's very good. I highly recommend it. Oh. And now he's done.
Ah, cats.
Yep, classic cat style. Am I right?
Like, I don't even have a cat of my own, and yet I know this is how cats are. I love how the sounds are muffled in their particular way down here.
Mm.
aluminum sheets. There you go. More of those.
Nice. Alright, I don't want to jinx it, but I think I've stabilized power production.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I think I might have stabilized the aluminum sheets. We shall see. It'll require checking, but this is looking pretty okay.
Nice. Research it.
All right, well, next time I should probably start work on heat sinks.
Nice. Cool. Well, now that this is, I think, pretty done, I'm gonna go and, oh, actually, now that this is online, if you want to just, like, disconnect the old fuel plant and, start using all of that for, like, plastic and such, you're more than welcome to.
Honestly, the problem right now is I have too much plastic.
Oh, well.
Which is an extremely strange turn of events, and I'm sure it will not stay this way forever, but right now, repurposing that area is not a priority.
That's fair. All right. Well,
it would not take very much tweaking to make it like produce way more plastic and or rubber than it's doing now, but that's not the most important thing at the moment.
yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, next time I will have a design ready for magnetic field generators, and then I'll get those going, and then start figuring out what is needed for the next step after that.
Cool. All right. Well, go ahead and park yourself in a safe spot, and
Yep, already done.
I will save the game. Oh, caps lock. There we go. Okay, and out to the outro screen. Well, thank you for joining me. Sounds like we both accomplished great things today.
Yeah, I think so. I'm excited to see what we come up with next. Like what grand project is gonna consume us.
Making cooling systems will certainly be a project on my end, because that's what comes after heat sinks.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't even look closely at what that entails, because I'm thinking one step at a time, because then I don't feel overwhelmed by things.
Yeah, trust me, I know that feeling.
Well, thank you for joining me. Thank you, everyone in chat, for joining us, and I will see who's around to raid.
Hell yeah. See you in a week.
See you in a week. Let's see. All right, well, Danila is playing Replaced, and I don't know much about that game, but Danila is a fellow Slipstream Rogue Space Captain, so I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with her by now, at least from raids, but let's head over there, and I will see you all next week for more Satisfactory. I don't think I'll be around this Sunday, but the weekday streams should be going as planned, so I will see you all later for whatever you'd like to join me and join Sophia for, and see you all next time.